Humboldt Park at El Paso.
El Paso Rico. This is the avenue that's dedicated to Oscar Lopez, Lolita Lebron, Pedro Albizu, and a bunch of other Puerto Rican nationalists who have like fought and been imprisoned and killed for the struggle and like the justice and the freedom of Puerto Rico, which was colonized by the U.S. So right here is like a mad art that has been like dedicated like to all these Puerto Rican nationalists, and unfortunately it's being fucking put up for lease, so like you can buy, like they're looking for somebody to buy this, which is really sad because we know like all across the U.S., like in 5 Points in Queens, which is like a historic graffiti like monument, it was all like bought in and wiped down and whitewashed, like literally painted with white paint and like sold for to be remodeled for condos for rich white people. And like it's really sad because this is like a historic place. Like this is Puerto Rican freedom and pride and like.
So, yeah. And Oscar Lopez now has been in jail for 32 years.
Yeah.
He's like one of the people who's been in jail the longest, one of the oldest political prisoners for standing up for his freedoms, for voicing dissent. This entire avenue actually is dedicated to him. There are shots over here. We've seen beautiful just pictures of his faces up along the boulevard. We got 100,000 hip-hop heads for change, and this beautiful entire wall dedicated to decolonization, to Puerto Rican freedom, to nationalism.
And there you see Pedro Albizu in like the black and white painting. He was like a Taino Puerto Rican Boricua like lawyer who studied law so that he could defend like Puerto Rican nationalists and like Puerto Rican people who were fighting for their country to be decolonized. So
it's really important that spaces like this stay open. When we came to this park, we can see the place is completely gated off. So this is a big empty lot, and it's been completely gated off, so it's not really open to the community.
It's locked. We have to like go under the gate in order to get in here because they've closed it off to the biggest Puerto Rican community in Chicago, which is so fucked up because this is their space and this is their land.
And this is another piece of kind of rewriting that history, right? So the young lords, Oscar Lopez, all of these people who fought for freedom are deemed terrorists, and then community organizations, community spaces dedicated to their memory because they colonize history, right? We don't have history books written about his story. We don't have history books. We don't have Oscar Lopez on mainstream news. So these are really important community spaces dedicated to freedom, dedicated to sharing story and our history.
And here's Roberto Clemente, who was a Boricua baseball player and a fucking revolutionary, and also spoke out for the freedom of Puerto Rico.
Another piece, in Vieques in Puerto Rico, the U.S. used the whole island of Vieques as a nuclear test and bombing site, and bombed the island for years and years and years because it's just another piece of the U.S. colonial project, of taking over land and destroying it and then moving up. So there is a huge Puerto Rican population here, but Puerto Rico is still not recognized by the U.S. as an independent nation, which is why Oscar Lopez is in jail now. For challenging that ideology, for challenging that thought that Puerto Rico is an island and deserves its freedom. It's really powerful to be in this space. When we came up, there's a massive Puerto Rican flag kind of joining the two boulevards together. All right.
And like they have Pedro Albizu here. Like he never, like Oscar Lopez is like is a whiter Puerto Rican. So like many times that's not to discredit him. He's like fucking amazing. But like also Pedro Albizu, who is like a Taino, which means like you're like half black, half indigenous. Like is never recognized for all the shit he did, even though he like fucking went to Harvard Law School so that he could be like a lawyer to like just like to represent these like Puerto Rican nationalists in the U.S. court. And like the fact that they have like this is probably one of the two, maybe even if we're lucky, the 2 places in the U.S. that have like a dedication to them, and now it's being sold. So word up, peace up to Pedro Albizu.
So it's Vanessa and Camila.
And Diallo. And Vanessa beyond the camera.
And fucking pa'lante. We're still here.